What do you got? Alright, boys and girls, here we are getting tires ready to go. I've already broke a few down. As you can see, some of these probably been on the rim for a pretty good while, so I had to cut one in half just to get it off. That one there look like it's probably seen its better day, but we got a handful that's already been grouped out. You guys seen our videos, you've seen them up there for a while. Unfortunately, my stagger tape has disappeared somewhere in this mess. Now, I'm sure it's in here, just a matter of where, I don't know. But me and Daniel are out here doing tires. We need to clean up this rim here. I had a hard time getting the tire off. That's one I ended up cutting off. Needs a little repair on it, cleaned up really good. Luckily, I got my fancy tire stand there. But I guess we're going to get started doing tires and make a little progress, because July 9th is rolling up on us quick, and hopefully we have everything ready to go. All those fails, we're going to go out and run it anyway, so keep up. So you might be wondering what we're doing. Well, something real simple. We're breaking tires down off the rims and measuring the back spacings on the rims. That, you know, those that aren't familiar, race cars don't run standard wheels like a regular car does that are all matching same size with matching same size tires, which we'll get a little deeper on that here in just a second. So on race cars, you use different size offsets on wheels. Some are bigger offsets that bring the wheel in, and some are smaller, which when I say bigger, smaller, I have some 2-inch wheels and I have some 4-inch wheels. This right here is a 4-inch wheel, 4-inch offset, meaning the wheel is set in on the car a little bit more. This is a 2-inch offset. Pretty sure it's 2 inches, either 2 or 3. But as you can see, it sticks out a lot further than what the other wheel does. I'm not sure what the backs are yet. I haven't got back here to measure. But just by eyeballing, I'm going to assume this is just a 2-inch. That's probably a 2-inch, maybe 3-inch. These bead locks are a little bit further offset than what the non-bead lock wheels are. But that all is in the geometry of making the car work. Okay, so when we talk about stagger, if you've seen any of my videos of tire prep, you see that I measure them out. I use, on these 10-inch, I've used this wheel. I measure them out, write different measurements on different tires. You can see there. I don't care if I give away any secrets. I really don't care about secrets, but what you get with stagger is what I like to call a cup effect. If you have 4 tires that are the same size, you're going to get the same effect of going around a track as rolling a can or, you know, a flat cylinder down across the table or whatever. Take Daniel's cup here. You got small down here and kind of big up here. When you put it down to roll it, it wants to turn. And that's the basic idea behind running stagger. We run right side has a lot more, the tires are a lot more round than what they are on the left side. In theory, that's what we try to accomplish with having, you know, different staggers. I mean, if you look at a sprint car and they got this big old massive right rear wheel and then they got a tire that looks like that on the left rear, you know, that's why they go around the track the way they do, because all the stagger. Now, I'm not trying to pose that I'm a race car expert or anything like that, so I'm going to move on from what little bit of geometry I know about on race cars. Let's say something that might hurt feelings, people might agree with me, but I don't race because I think I'm going to end up being the next Kyle Busch or next Dale Earnhardt or Dale Jr., you know, any of them big names. Just like I don't make the YouTube videos because I think I'm going to be Hunt the Front or Cletus McFarland or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. It'd be great to be up in that type of status. But in the long run, it's about fun. Why do you want to go out and not have fun week to week? Spend thousands of dollars to go out and just not be happy. So to me, racing is about the fun. The years that I buckled down, spent money, tried to have an extremely competitive car, you know, ends up, those have always been my worst years. Because would it be great to go out and just walk the dog on everybody? Yeah, but you know, after a while, to me, that would get old. Second, it ain't fun to me, I'm gonna quit. But I mean, I have my aggravated days, you know, working on a car, you know, things don't go right. That becomes aggravating. But in the long run, I do everything because it's fun. And there's a group of guys that, you know, they'll get a shirt off their back. They know that's what's going to make me more competitive that night, to have somebody to race with. And that to me is what racing's about. Having fun. It ain't about going out and winning every night. I know there's some guys that'll spend whatever it takes to win. You know, they run a Pro 4 class, they'll spend $40,000 on a brand new off the showroom floor car, put a cage in it and go out and race, you know. And that's the same about any class. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. But either way, you know, just my thought of the day, let's keep the racing fun. Competitive. Fans want to see a good show. They don't want to go out and see somebody's, you know, waxing a dog. People want to see competition. They want to go have fun. You know, if you screw up, you know, no matter what class, get into somebody, go over, shake their hand and say, hey, I'm sorry, and try to joke around about it, have a good time. Nobody wants to be out at the track having fights every week, and they want to have fun. So, okay, well, since we couldn't find our old stagger tape, my wife, luckily my wife went up to Farmington, where, well, we live about 40 miles from Farmington, and she's able to go to Harbor Freight for me. They got these carabiner measuring tape called Snapgate. You know, of course it's Harbor Freight, but got the same, pretty much the same thing as the quick car stagger tapes that I bought in the past. So we got these. These are 99 cents versus, I think they're, the quick car ones are like $44.50 or something like that, close to $5 a piece. 99 cents, Harbor Freight special. We give it a shot. I ain't too proud of myself. Like I said before, when we measure stagger, we're wanting to measure around the tire. This wheel here, it took me 6 days to get this sucker to pop on the bead. And I've already measured it, wrote the number down on it like I've done a lot of my other tires. And well, needless to say, these tires are only supposed to have a maximum of 40 pounds of pressure in them. I did everything I knew to do to get this tire to go on. Dawn dish soap, WD-40, bead sealer, you name it, I tried it. Vaseline, that's always been a go-to for me to get tires to pop on real easy. Nothing. And I tried and tried and tried. I finally got it on here, but there were points I had this tire close to 100 pounds of PSI. And I did it safely. I put the tire outside, ran the air hose to the tire, put a chuck on it that stays on, and I hooked the air line into the air tank in the shop, you know, a good distance away, but I let the tire build some pressure up. So we need to check it, make sure, you know, that it's close to the 82.5 inches that's on here that I got wrote down, because I want this tire to be a left side tire, because you know most of the other ones are 83 or bigger. This one's 82.5. I think so far this is the smallest tire that I've measured out of all my tires that I've done so far. And with putting that much air into it to get the pop on, there's a good chance that we straight. Give you guys the secret look here. Arm out of the way. Yeah. See, that's 83. So we got about 84 inches on this tire now. So we gained about 1.5 inches by stretching it, which means unfortunately I probably need to take it off and try another tire on here. Whether or not you'd actually believe it, but every one of these rims are different when you mount a tire on it. It's like I have 2 rims just like this. The other one I don't have a valve stem for it, but it's identical to this rim. I could take this tire off at 84 inches on this rim, put it on the other rim and maybe have 82, might have 87, who knows. But the bead locks, they changed the roundness on the tire, they changed it too. So I'm gonna go through and start checking tires and hopefully get something else mounted up. I need to break some bead locks down and need to start getting some tires mounted. Okay, so when I was talking about measuring the tires out on a centralized wheel or a base wheel, however you want to call it, you know, that gives me an idea of what the wheel or the tire stagger is going to be on that one particular wheel. Now I have mounted 2 tires on that are going to be right side tires. One it measured out at 83 1/4 on that wheel, and the other was 83. This one here was the 83 wheel. So you can see on an arrow wheel, non-bead lock, it measured out at 83 3/4. This other wheel that I mounted on is a Bart wheel. Now granted, I messed up when I wrote it on the thing, but on the side, I don't know if you can get in there close enough with enough light to see it, but this one started off at 83 1/4. That's what's written right there. and it actually measured out at 83 on the mark. That's just the difference in wheels themselves, what you can get. And tires are going to stretch and shrink over time, especially when they get air in them. If I wanted to make this one 85 inches, I crank the air up to 40 pounds, or if I really wanted to push the limits of the tire, I can go all the way up to I don't know, I had that one wheel, I had it up to 100 pounds. So I mean, if you really want to stretch them, you can stretch them. That's no biggie, but once they're stretched though. So that just kind of gives you a little idea of the difference that wheels can make when you get a base measurement. A lot of guys, if they buy new wheels, they're going to buy all Aero or Bart or Bassett, or they're going to all probably buy all the same wheel. But when you're broke, well, you buy what you can afford. I guess we're going to get busy here. We'll let you guys get back to whatever activity you're getting to. We appreciate you guys watching our videos, especially if you make it this far in the video. Stay safe out there. God bless you. We'll catch you next time.